Spread the word, not the illness. So in this section, you're going to be creating a health safety press release in the form of a Google drawing that will inform the public of the neurotoxin as well as the food source that was making people sick. You're also going to include symptoms as well as steps needed to stop the spread of the neurotoxin. And we'll talk more about that in a second. So let's go over the intro. Dr. Thomas's medical team is responsible for informing the public in Montgomery Hills about this neurotoxin, the symptoms of the illness, and steps needed to prevent it from making more people sick. Your team needs to get a press release to the new station and local officials as soon as possible to update the public on the outbreak. So you are going to create a release including the following. So this is your criteria right here. So you need to include your conclusion. In other words, what neurotoxin did you discover was making everybody sick? You need to include the food source of the neurotoxin. So was it hot dogs that was making people sick? Was it hamburgers or whatever? Okay. The reason that we want to do this is to keep people from continuing to eat this food for a little while to avoid getting them sick. The next thing you want to include is symptoms that the public should be on the lookout for. So you want to find this information from the table that you filled out in the previous section. So what symptoms was all of your patients experiencing? Were they all getting nauseous? Were they all feeling weak, etc.? Okay, so this is going to help patients recognize if they have been infected with this neurotoxin. The next thing you want to do, and the last thing, is include steps needed to slow or stop the spread of the neurotoxin. So this is up to you to decide. So what do you think is needed in order to stop the spread of the neurotoxin that's making people sick? What do you need to help tell people to do or to not to do? Okay, so all of this information you're going to include in this Google drawing right here. So it's already labeled for you, Public Health Safety Press Release. You can make this however creative that you want. You just need to double click on it. And then from here, you can add shapes if you want. And then within those shapes, you can include certain information. So maybe in here, you include the neurotoxin. Maybe you add another shape of some kind where you include the food source, so on and so forth. Okay, as long as you have all the information that you need from A through D, you're good to go. You're going to click Save and Close, and that'll be that. And you'll finish the activity by answering the reflection questions here.